Welcome back. The Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg has joined the net neutrality debate, defending his initiative Internet.org. In a Q&A session held on his Facebook profile page, Zuckerberg said zero-rating services like his do not violate the net neutrality principles. He wrote he thinks that net neutrality is important to make sure network operators don't discriminate and limit access to services people want to use, especially in countries where most people are online. For people who are not on the internet, though, having some connectivity and some ability to share is always much better than having no ability to connect and share at all. That's why programs like Internet.org are important and can coexist with net neutrality regulations. My colleague Shweta Rajpal Kohli now joins me for more on this. Shweta, from Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg's comments coming in defense. I'm sure there's many people in India who sort of be looking on, depending on which side of the debate they're on, and taking that comment by Zuckerberg in their favor, surely.
Mark Zuckerberg's comments on net neutrality and zero-rating services are hugely significant, coming especially in the backdrop of what we've seen happen here in India over the last couple of days, with the Airtel at least trying to drive home the point that it's important to distinguish between zero-rating services as well as net neutrality, and Airtel insisting that yes, it is possible for zero-rating services to exist and coexist with the principles of net neutrality, and that's exactly the point that even Mark Zuckerberg is making. However, we saw what happened yesterday with Flipkart actually pulling out of its program with Airtel Zero after the huge backlash that we saw, where people actually believed that yes, with Flipkart and companies like Flipkart, online retailers or online firms like Flipkart tying up with Airtel for a platform that would give it preferential access would actually violate the principle of net neutrality. So clearly the debate hasn't ended just yet. Mark Zuckerberg's comments adding yet another element to this entire debate, where he's of course also making the distinction between countries where there is unfettered access available to the internet, and saying that however, whereas in countries where you do not have enough internet penetration, some connectivity is better than no connectivity at all, and if zero-rating programs actually offer that, it does not necessarily violate the principles of net neutrality. It is an ongoing debate that we are seeing right now. For now, Facebook founder is at least defending his own initiative, which is Internet.org. Internet.org, remember, has also been launched in India by Facebook in partnership with Reliance Communications. So it's not just Airtel, but even Reliance Communications that's got this so-called zero-rating program in India in partnership with Facebook. Regulations are still evolving. We know TRAI has invited comments. We know the government has set up a committee. So all of this really forming a larger part of the debate as to what constitutes net neutrality, and do platforms like Internet.org or Airtel Zero actually violate those principles of net neutrality. Back to you.
Right, Shweta, thanks very much for joining us with all that. Mark Zuckerberg coming in on that debate, as Shweta has pointed out, very layered debate on the issue of net neutrality.